Good morning, children. Next, we are going to the end of the chapter, principles of the treatment. So, what are the steps taken out by the family when we are called sick? And have you ever thought where you are sometimes you feel better if you sleep for some time? When does the treatment involve medicines? Based on what we learned so far, it would appear that there is two ways to treat the infectious diseases. You will learn what is infectious diseases, what is non-infectious diseases. Infectious diseases is spreading from one person to another. So next, the symptoms are usually because of inflammations. For example, we have take the medicines that bring down fever, reduce the pain or loose motion, anything. We can take bed rest or that we can conserve our energy. This will enable us to have more of it available to focus on healing the wound. So, but this kind of symptoms, directed treatment by itself will not make the infecting microbe go away and disease will not be cured. For that, we need to able to kill off the microbes. So, how do we kill the microbes? One way is to use the medicines that kill the microbes, or we have seen earlier that microbes can be classified into two categories, that viruses and bacteria, fungi and the protozoa. Different categories of microbes are there and classified into viruses, bacteria, fungi and protozoa. Each of these groups or organisms will have some essential biochemical life process which is peculiar to that group and not share and with other groups. So these processes may have the pathway of the synthesis of the new substance or respiration. So what are the microbes? We are different categories of microbes are there. Viruses, bacteria, protozoa, fungi is there. Before we learn the multicellular organisms, even like worms also will introduce the causes of the diseases. So the pathway will not be used by either. For example, our cells may make new substance, but the mechanisms differ from the used by the bacteria. We have to find the drug that blocks the bacterial synthesis pathway without affecting our own. This what is achieved by the antibiotics. We all are familiar with the similarity with the drugs that like protozoa such as the malarial parasites. On other reason, why making the antiviral medicines is harder than making the antibacterial medicine is that viruses have few biochemical mechanisms of their own. They enter our cells and use our machinery for their life process. This means that there are relatively few viruses specific target to aim. Means antiviral drugs. For example, drugs can keep HIV infections under control. The principles of prevention. How we have the principles? What are the principles of the prevention of the diseases? Let's see. The first, that is one, someone has diseases. Their body functions are damaged and never recover completely. And the second is that treatment will take time, which means that someone suffering from a disease is likely to be bedridden for some time, even if can give the proper treatment. And third, if the persons are suffering from an infectious diseases can severe as the source from where the infections may be spread through the other persons. So these are the three conditions are coming here. And because of such reasons, the preventions of diseases is better than cure. Why they are saying prevention is better than cure? Anything will come to diseases. Instead of coming the diseases, we can do the prevention. How we can do the prevention? Don't drink the dirty water. Don't have the open food, and don't make your surrounding dirty. Make your surrounding clean and tidy. Using that, you keep your body healthy. Having fruits and don't avoid the junk foods. Avoid the more sweet items, like that you can avoid something unwanted food items also. So next, coming to that, And we get some easy answers for an airborne microbes. Airborne microbes, we can prevent exposure by providing living conditions that they are not overcrowded. For waterborne microbes, we can prevent the exposure by providing the safe drinking water. This can be done by treating the water to kill any microbial contamination. For vector-borne infections, we can provide clean environment. And this would not, for the example, allow the mosquito breeding. In other words, public hygiene in one basic key to the prevention of infectious diseases also. In addition to these issues that related to environment, there are some other general principles to prevent the infectious diseases also. For this cause, the immune system of our body is normally fighting off the microbes. The immune systems are fighting against the microbes. So we have cells that specialize in killing the infected microbe. These cells go into the actions each time. For that, we do not actually come down with any diseases. As we noted earlier, if the number of infected microbes is controlled, the manifestation of diseases will be minor. So that in other words, becoming the exposed or infected with an infectious microbe does not necessarily means developing the noticeable disease. So in some ways, they are saying, in other way, looking for several infectious diseases that represent the lack of success of immune system. The functioning of immune system, like other systems in our body, will not be good if proper and sufficient nourishment and good is not available. So second basic principle of prevention of infectious diseases is the availability of the proper and sufficient food for the anyone. So proper and sufficient food is need. So that's why. And next coming to, there are general ways of preventing the infectious. And what are the specific ways? They are related to the peculiar property of immune system. And these days there is no smallpox and any way in the world. Why? We are finding out the vaccine for that. But recently, as the 100 years ago, smallpox epidemics were not all uncommon. And in such an epidemic, people used a very afraid of coming nearly someone suffering from the diseases, since they are afraid of catching the diseases also. So, however, there were one group of people who did not have this fear. These people would provide nursing care for the victims of smallpox, and these are the group of people who had smallpox and then caring. So means that vaccination, the finding out the vaccination, then after finding for we fight against the polio, smallpox and some other diseases are finding out the vaccination. So what is immunization? Let's see. The traditional Indian and Chinese medicine systems sometimes deliberately drop the skin crust from smallpox victims into the skin and healthy people. Thus, the hope to include the mild from the smallpox and create the resistance against the diseases. Famously, two countries along the English physician named Edward Jenner realized the milkmaid you had at cowpox did not catch smallpox even during the epidemics. Cowpox is very mild diseases. Jenner and tried to deliberately giving the cowpox to people and found they were now resistant to smallpox. This was because of smallpox virus is closely related to the cowpox viruses. Cow is the vecca in the Latin. The cowpox is the vaccina from these roots of the word. So vaccination, they find out the vaccination, the basic principle of vaccination have come into a stage. So vaccination, the immunization power means we are making the artificial to fight against the diseases. That the many such vaccines are now available for preventing the whole range of infectious diseases. Now vaccines are available here to fight against the more infectious diseases. There are vaccines against the tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, polio and many other diseases. And these form the public health program of the childhood and the immunization of preventing the infectious diseases. Of course, such a program can be useful for only if such a healthy measures are available to all the children. Can you think of reason why it's so? Some hepatitis viruses which cause the jaundice are transmitted through water. Hepatitis are through the eyes and all will become yellow color. The body skin will become yellow color. It will affect the liver. This is the vaccine for one of them. Hepatitis in the market are many, but majority of children in many parts of India, they are 5 years old. This because they are exposed to the virus through water. Under these circumstances would look like vaccine. Control of rabies in your neighborhood, all the measures are taken. So what we learned in this chapter, health is a state of physical and mental and social well-being. What is the health? Health is the mental, physical and social well-being. Health of an individual is dependent on his or her physical surroundings or his or economic status. And diseases are classified into chronic or acute depending on the period of time. And the diseases may be due to infectious diseases and infectious agents belongs to different categories of organisms and may be unicellular and microscopic or multicellular. The category to which diseases causing the organism belongs to diseases type of treatment. And infectious agents are spread through air, water, physical contact or vectors. The prevention of diseases is more durable than the successful treatment. Infectious diseases can be prevented by public health hygiene measures and reduce the exposures to infectious agents. And next, infectious diseases can also be prevented by causing the immunization. And effective preventions of infectious diseases in the community requires that everyone should have access to public hygiene and immunization. So this is the end of the chapter. In this chapter, we talk about the what is health and what is the disease and what are the infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. What is the difference between acute diseases and chronic diseases? I hope you all clear about that. Okay, children, thank you.